A 10-year-old boy calling for prayer in the heart of the city, an unimaginable scene in other countries. On the fringes of the square, this celebration is not to everyone's taste. Despite the security, far-right activists try to impose themselves. Quickly dismissed by the police. Others take over from the window of a large hotel overlooking the square. In spite of bilateral provocations, Bilal and the faithful reach the end of their prayers.
I think we have a few thousand people here. Nobody even looked at them. Nobody even reacted to what they were saying. We just ignored them.
Tonight, the faithful have the last word. But what Muslims cannot ignore is that for more than 10 years, they have no longer been welcome in the eyes of all Danes. The fracture dates back to January 2006. At the time, parts of the Muslim world were ignited with anger. The Danish flag burned, the embassy ransacked. Denmark is blamed for the publication of 12 cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad by a Danish newspaper. These cartoons caused a scandal that reached all the way to France when they were published in Charlie Hebdo. In Copenhagen, Muslims take to the streets by the thousands to show their anger. The Danes become frightened. The extreme right rushed into the divide. A few weeks ago, the city was the scene of riots, the most violent ever recorded in Copenhagen. At the origin of this violence was Rasmus Paludan, the extremist anti-Muslim lawyer who has come to provoke the inhabitants of this diverse neighborhood. In broad daylight, hundreds of young people clash with the police, burn rubbish bins, and destroy public property in the Nordbro district. These confrontations will result in 10 million euros of damage and some 20 arrests. But who is this Rasmus Paludan, and what are his motives? After several requests, he agreed to meet with us. We meet far from the city center, outside this building, the headquarters of his tiny extreme right-wing party, the Stramkurs. We meet in the basement, two small untidy rooms where he hides, a barricaded office. He has become targeted because of the anti-Muslim provocations.
Who is this? Is this yours?
No.
No, then we don't open.
Oh.
This is my lawyer office and also where meetings are held for the party. And for instance, you can see here is a poster that we used for the elections in the municipal elections in 2017. And it has the name, it says here.
Suddenly, someone knocks on the door again. Paludan calls a policeman he knows.
Det er Rasmus. Bestemt ikke. Der er en, der bliver ved med at banke på. Det har jeg godt bemærket på skærmen, og jeg kan også høre det. Jeg ved ikke, hvem det er.
As a politician and a candidate in the parliamentary elections, Danish law entitles him to police protection.
Ja, det er bare fordi, hvis han begynder at skyde ind gennem vinduet.
You're using that for your security?
These windows are not bulletproof, so if he has a gun, he can shoot through the windows.
Becoming paranoid, he prefers to hide in the corner of the door to talk to us.
This is our top 20 for the municipal election. It says Stramkurs top 20. They must out, if necessary, with a parachute.
This list contains some criminals condemned by the judiciary, but also the names of some human rights activists who have not committed any crime.
For instance, the leader of the Black Lives Matter Denmark movement, Willa Sørensen, we suggest that she continues her battle against Nazi Sven and other people in Zambia.
Some people take this man for a clown, but others warn against his openly supremacist ideology.
The problem in Denmark is many migrants or children of migrants who are either stupid or Muslim. If you take a lot of people with an average low IQ and you put them into a country with an average high IQ, then the average IQ of the second country will drop. That's mathematics.
Do you know your IQ or not? Did you already make the test?
I haven't done an actual IQ test, but well, I'm satisfied.
Rasmus Paludan has already been convicted of incitement to racial hatred and racist remarks. In order to create a buzz, he has to keep pushing provocation and outrage to the extreme. Today, he is on his way to Avedør, a working-class suburb of Copenhagen. The lawyer and his racist ideas are not welcome there. Even fair-skinned Danes are waiting for him.
I'm half Christian, half Norwegian guards, you know, so it's like you have to say what you want, it's no problem, but when he talks shit about my friends, he can go to hell, you know? Petit merde.
Hvor fanden blev lovgivningen af med blasfemi? Ingen respekt for muslimer. Hvad? Hvis jeg sagde det samme om piten, eller om fucking jøderne, så er der sket noget andet. I fucking hund! Vi har været 40 år her. Jeg har gået i skole 20 år her.
Vivi, du må lægge de der.
Idiot! Men hvis du gør det her, så er det klemt.
Så du kommer til at stå hernede, så danner vi en linje for dig.
3 meter frem, kom. Højre flank.
So what is the program for the end of this trip protest?
The end of this is that we're going to burn the Quran.
In front of a shocked audience, Rasmus Paludan takes out his barbecue tongs and his camping lighter and burns a copy of the sacred book. In other countries, such incitement to hatred is punishable by a prison sentence. With 3 acolytes, Paludan sings the Danish national anthem.
You like this? You like this?
The paradox of the situation is that the angry resident will be confronted. The arsonist provocateur himself gets to leave, under police protection. No matter how extreme the lawyer's ideas are, they are not as isolated as they used to be.